In today's class, we shall talk about custom class loaders and dynamic class loader. So what you should know first before we go further, you have to know that in Java class loading, it follows what we call a lazy loading approach, meaning that classes are loaded into memory only when they are required. And this one, of course, is done by the JVM. So how does the JVM run the code? When we write a Java program, it generates what we call a byte code of that Java program. Every Java program that you write, it generates the byte code. And it is that byte code that is executed by the JVM. The JVM executes the byte code. So the JVM finds the class that has the main method and it loads that class. In simple terms, that class acts as the starting, it acts as the starting point of executing any code in Java. So, and how does the JVM load that class? By using what we call the class loaders. So that was the simple introduction to know how the Java runs, the code. But also here in today's class we are mostly talking about the custom class loaders. But I can just even give a smaller hint on other class loaders. We have Bootstrap loader, we have extension loader, and we have application, or what we may term as system class loader. But in today's class we shall mostly talk about what we may term as the custom class loader. But you can't talk about custom class loader while leaving out the dynamic code loading. And the dynamic code loading, it refers to loading and using classes at runtime rather than at compile time. So we got our code now to understand it better. How does it work? Now, going to our code, I will try to break down my three Java files I had created here. I created my class.java, then class loader.java, and class loader test.java. So I will use this to see how dynamic code loading and custom loader work. So starting with our first program that I created, that is my my class.java. This is just a simple program with just one method, that is say hello, and this is the print message that this method will be printing on the console. So this is just a simple method that I'm very sure everyone can try. If you've ever written any Java program, you can write this and it works. So coming to Java class loader.java. So this extends the class loader class. So it is extending our class loader class. And it provides a method, invoke class method. And this method is taking in two parameters, that is class bean name and string method name. And this is what it will be doing. This is what our program will be doing. This method will be doing at least 5 of the things that I've listed here. 1, it will create a new Java class loader. So it gets the current class loader using this get. Using this get class dot get class loader. After getting it, it loads the target class using the class loader dot load class. And then after doing that, it creates a new instance. It creates a new instance of the load class using reflection. I'm very sure if I'm not mistaken, Madame Shifra had talked about reflection. But if I'm to give a smaller hint on reflection also, reflection, as they had explained to us, it is like seeing yourself in the mirror. It is not something so complicated. So reflection is the ability of the program to examine and modify its own structure behavior at runtime. So it will